A Democrat lawyer from the Obama White House is still holding on to power under Speaker Dustin Burrows in the Texas House. This is Thursday, February 20th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Thursday. Thanks for spending part of your day here with the Texas Minute. If you enjoy the podcast, please give us a rating, and if you have time, leave a review. This is the easiest way for you to help others find the show. Let's get into the news. Two Texas lawmakers want to establish an accreditation commission to conduct biennial reviews of university accrediting agencies. Republican State Representative Terry Leo Wilson of Galveston and Republican State Senator Brent Hagenbu of Denton believe these agencies shouldn't be dictating policy to Texas universities. Hagenbu said the agencies are, quote, straying from their core mission and are having a negative impact on higher education. President Donald Trump has lambasted college accreditors, saying,
have allowed our colleges to become dominated by Marxist maniacs and lunatics.
Two members of the Texas House are proposing legislation that would limit the salaries of school superintendents. As you may have noticed, taxpayer-funded salaries for school districts' top administrators have skyrocketed in recent years. Last school year, the state's highest superintendent salary topped $500,000. 8 superintendents received salaries over $400,000, and another 81 received $300,000 or more. The lucrative salaries are, of course, supplemented by costly benefits and bonuses, all at the taxpayer's expense. Republican State Representative Carrie Isaac of Wimberley wants to limit the salaries of school superintendents to no more than twice the highest annual salary paid to a classroom teacher in that district. Meanwhile, Republican Ben Bumgarner of Flower Mound would limit superintendents' annual salaries to no more than that of the governor's salary, which is currently just under $154,000. After it was revealed that he helped craft controversial House rules that expanded Democrat power in the Texas House, Democrat lawyer Hugh Brady wasn't reappointed as parliamentarian by Speaker Dustin Burrows. Instead, Speaker Burrows has Brady still advising the Texas House, but under a new title, that of Parliamentary Counsel. This means Brady will continue to serve the House leadership as a legal advisor on what they call constitutional and legislative procedures. A longtime Democrat operative, Brady's been a fixture in the Texas House since 2019 when he was appointed parliamentarian by disgraced former Speaker Dennis Bonnen. Brady previously served as general counsel in the White House Office of Administration under President Barack Obama and as a parliamentarian for the Travis County Democrat Party. While Texas Scorecard has submitted a public information request to determine his current salary, the most recent record showed that Brady made nearly $234,000 as the House parliamentarian. The Texas Minute will be right back.
The Luke Macias Show is your access to what happens behind closed doors in Texas politics. Listen weekly to me, your host, Luke Macias, as I break down what is actually happening in conservative politics in the Lone Star State, a state that we all love and cherish. Listen weekly wherever you listen to podcasts. This show is a product of Texas Scorecard.
After an $83 million lottery jackpot was won in Austin this week, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick paid the outlet that sold the winning ticket an impromptu visit and discovered a warehouse of printing machines run by an illicit lottery ticket reseller. Patrick's visit to the printing warehouse came a week after members of the Senate Finance Committee eviscerated the Texas Lottery Commission for shepherding lottery resellers into the state. They took particular interest in how one of those resellers, Lottery.com, has operated what Republican State Senator Paul Bettencourt of Houston called a money laundering operation. Illicit lottery ticket resellers operating in Texas call themselves couriers in order to circumvent the letter and spirit of the law governing the lottery, which requires that it be played in person with cash at a brick-and-mortar location that conducts regular business. Resellers like the one Patrick visited, though, allow players who may be out of state or even in another country to play Texas lottery games online with credit cards. This leaves the door open to criminality and the expropriation of millions of dollars from in-state lottery players. As Patrick pointed out in his video, the Texas Senate passed legislation in 2023 to ban these courier services. The Texas House leadership, though, let that legislation die. Today's edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Eller Munoz, Aaron Anderson, Brandon Waltons, and Daniel Greer. Nick Shepard got the show edited and delivered to your ears. You can find the details of all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news at TexasScorecard.com. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.